Welcome to the show. Jake, I want to start with the saddest marketing screenshot on earth. 40,000 impressions, a 12% engagement rate, 250 new followers, and revenue 3 months later is flat.
The 40,000 always gets the standing ovation. Nobody claps for flat revenue. That's the scam, right? Motion masquerading as progress.
Exactly. Most teams are not data starved, they're signal starved. Impressions, follower count, email open rate, traffic spikes. Those can be real and still be strategically useless. Actionable metrics ask a harsher question. Did customer behavior change? And was that change worth the spend?
So give me the courtroom version. Impressions versus what? Open rate versus what?
Impressions versus viewability rate or dwell time. Follower count versus engaged audience growth rate. Open rate versus click-to-open rate or revenue per email. Website traffic versus traffic to lead rate and bounce rate by source. And the bigger shift is from campaign vanity to business reality. Revenue, retention, churn, and CLV.
That click-to-open one is sneaky, because an open can just mean your subject line had drama. It does not mean your email made money.
Right. And this is where marketers get themselves in trouble. We celebrate the metric that was easiest to lift, not the one tied to the decision. If your dashboard tells you what happened, but not what to do next, it's a report, not a decision tool.
And this is where CRM comes in, because a lot of people still treat CRM like digital office furniture. Contacts in, notes in, maybe a birthday field if we're feeling festive.
A filing cabinet with sync issues, yes. But a real CRM is a decision support system. Same data, different job. Not just recording history, but helping you decide who gets contacted, when, through which channel, and with what level of investment.
Rearview mirror versus navigation system.
There you go. And the reason that matters is life cycle. Customers are not one blob. The module lays out 5 stages: acquisition, onboarding, growth, retention, advocacy. Each stage needs different logic, different spending, different success metrics.
Grab one for me, like onboarding versus retention. How different are we talking?
Onboarding is about time to first value and 30-day retention rate. You're trying to prove the product works fast and reduce early churn risk. Retention is different. Now you're watching churn rate, re-engagement rate, maybe net promoter score. The customer already knows you. The risk is drift.
And advocacy is the stage people weirdly skip. They give loyal customers the same intro discount they'd give a stranger, which is incredible relationship management.
Yes, paying advocates like prospects is lazy math. Advocacy should focus on referral rate, user-generated content volume, and CLV. Which brings us to the North Star here, customer lifetime value.
Hit me with the 2 customer example because that one sticks.
Customer A costs $40 to acquire and generates $200 over 2 years. Customer B costs $120 to acquire and generates $1,800 over 6 years. If you optimize on CPA alone, A looks prettier. On CLV, B is 12 times more valuable.
12 times, that's the number. So the cheap customer can actually be the expensive mistake.
Exactly. And Bain's research, cited in the module, is the part every CFO should have taped to the wall. A 5% improvement in retention can boost lifetime profits by 25 to 95%. That's not optimization. That's a different business.
I think that's the emotional gut punch here. Teams say they care about customers, but then they build dashboards around channels. Customers are the unit of analysis. Channels are just delivery routes. Okay, so Monday morning, you've accepted that impressions are not a personality. Now what actually changes in the budget sheet?
Segmentation first. Not just age, income, zip code. The module is really clear. Demographics became insufficient. Behavioral signals tell you more. What did the customer do? Product page visits, comparison queries, add to cart behavior, email clicks, session frequency, support patterns.
Session frequency is such a good one. because customers rarely email you, "Hello brand, I am about to churn in 9 days." They just disappear in slow motion.
Exactly. And the behavioral baseline is still old school RFM. Recency, frequency, monetary value. It sounds basic because it is basic, but it's durable. Recent buyers, frequent buyers, high-spend buyers need different messaging and different investment than hibernating or at-risk customers.
And then zero-party data adds the consent layer, right? Not creepy inference, actual volunteered preferences.
Yes, by 2026, with third-party cookies fading, Apple's tracking limits and privacy laws in more than 60 countries, brands need data customers willingly share. The module cites 80+% of iOS users opting out of cross-app tracking, 83% of consumers willing to share data for personalization, and 3 times higher conversion from zero-party versus third-party data segments. That's a huge strategic shift.
3 times higher conversion gets my attention. That's not compliance theater, that's performance.
Now, dashboards. They should separate leading, lagging, and diagnostic indicators. Most teams overweight lagging metrics because executives like revenue dashboards. But if all you watch is revenue, you're driving by looking in the rearview mirror.
So what's the one number discipline here? The North Star thing.
A North Star metric should capture real customer value, not just finance. Slack uses messages sent within a team per day. Airbnb uses nights booked. Spotify uses time spent listening. For the NOUS case in the module, the candidate is weekly active repurchase rate among focus/productivity subscribers, because it captures product value and future CLV.
Weekly active repurchase rate. That's a mouthful, but it's useful because every campaign has to answer one question. Did this move that number?
Yep. And then attribution decides which spend gets protected. Simple example. Customer discovers you from a TikTok influencer, comes back through branded Google search 3 days later, opens 4 emails over 2 weeks, clicks a retargeting ad twice, and finally buys from a promo email. Last click gives 100% of the credit to the email.
4 emails over 2 weeks, and TikTok gets 0? That's the absurdity. The closer just walks in and steals the trophy.
That's why last click distorts budget decisions. It overfunds the bottom of the funnel and quietly defunds the trust-building activity upstream. The module spectrum matters here. First click, linear, time decay, position-based, data-driven. For many growing brands, position-based or time decay is a meaningful improvement without needing giant data volume.
And Romy adds the finance discipline. But also, if you worship it alone, you get weird fast.
Exactly. Romy is useful because it forces the question vanity metrics dodge, was this worth it? But it's backward-looking. It misses brand equity, advocacy, trust building. The Volt Ride example nails it. Influencer marketing showed 4 times higher Romy than Google search, but also 50% higher CAC. If you cut influencer because search looks cheap, branded search volume disappears 60 to 90 days later because the awareness engine is gone.
60 to 90 days is the lag that gets people fired by spreadsheets. Search looked heroic, but it was borrowing demand from YouTube and TikTok.
Which is why the module pushes portfolio thinking. Brand, content, performance, retention. Those are connected investments, not rival line items. Some generate immediate attributable returns. Others build the conditions that make those returns possible.
And then we hit the uncomfortable final boss. Even with all this, meetings still end with the highest paid opinion in the room.
Because the analytics to decision gap is cultural, not technical. Better dashboards don't automatically create better decisions. You need shared language, clear decision rights, and a review cadence that isn't so slow you miss the window, or so frantic you react to noise.
I like the module's framing there. Data sharpens judgment. It doesn't replace it. Especially when strategy shifts, markets change, or values are involved. An AI can reallocate spend at 3 a.m. It cannot tell you what kind of brand you want to be.
And maybe that's the real tension. If your dashboard gets more precise every quarter, but your decision logic stays fuzzy, are you actually becoming data-driven or just getting more confident about the wrong things?